Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Canadian Islander Fan. Wow, it seems kind of crazy after 3 games and 4 nights. It almost seems like we should have a 2 week break here or something. So, kind of not used to this happening. It's great to be back into action. Friday night, I'm ready for some hockey, and we drew the Arizona Coyotes tonight. Once again, I'm going to say that we've gotten actually very fortunate with the schedule that we've drawn so far. Tomorrow night we draw Toronto. That's when we get a real team. But we've had a lot of chances to knock the rust off with some weaker opponents. So it's a big break for us if we're going to try to get back into this thing. So we're a 500 hockey team, and we're shooting to go 1 game over 500. And it's been a long, long time since we've been over 500. 5-2-1, I think, is what we were at one point. But yep, this is it. Onward and upward. So we can't underestimate the Coyotes tonight going into the game, because currently they're actually playing not too bad, even though their wins have come against some weaker opponents. But the Coyotes in their last 10 are 5 wins, 3 losses, and 2 ties. And I think for the first time this season, they won back-to-back games, and that's what they're coming in with tonight into UBS. So we best be on our toes. Both teams basically score about the same amount of goals a game, but the Islanders basically give up one full goal less a game than Arizona. So we also got the edge in both the power play and the penalty kill with Arizona, we in 30th in both categories. Our power play slipping back just a little bit. We're back to 23rd now. So we haven't had a whole lot of opportunities in the last few games, though. So it's just kind of been one here, two there, one here kind of deal thing. So yeah, so basically everything's in our favor. We're the better team. So this is a game we have to win. We all know we have to beat these teams all the time. And some people get all pissy when they pissy is the word of the day with media right now. So yeah. So I lost my train of thought what I was talking about there. But anyway, yeah. Oh yeah, I know what it was. The Islanders have to beat these teams. People get all pissy when they beat the easy teams and can't beat the hard ones. So, but the bottom line is you can't lose to these teams. So you can be pissy about it all you want. We need to win this game. Then we'll take the lease on tomorrow night and see if we can beat a good team. So anyway, I'm pretty excited about this game tonight. Looking forward to another Islander hockey game, and on a Friday night, nothing like it. It's great to be back in surrounded in the orange, blue, and white again, as I'm back from the long-term pain clinic for this week, but I return in a couple of weeks for about a 3 week period. And so I'll be going out of there. So this video should be a little more on time after the game today, because I can upload it much, much faster from home. It was taking me 40 or 4 hours to upload the videos from the hotel room there. So anyway, looking forward to a big game tonight. See you in between the first and second period. Let's go, Islanders. Well, I know I haven't said this much this year. Holy smoke! I'm not even sure I've said it at all. Maybe yeah. It's been so long I don't remember. After one period of play, the New York Islanders lead the Arizona Coyotes 2-0. We have a multiple goal lead after one. Man, I really gotta claw my brain to think if we've done that this year, even in the 5 wins that we got at the early part of the season. I don't know. Maybe we must have. But anyway, sure feels nice. But who by about the 7 minute mark of the game, I was getting close to falling asleep there. Holy smokes, what a snoozer. Woof. That was one boring hockey game for 7 minutes. And the worst part about the boredom of it was that Arizona had the edge, even though it really wasn't much of an edge. I don't know what it was. It was like a 2 shots a piece kind of boring, boring hockey game. But then eventually things perked up a little for us. But up to that point, it had been a big time snoozer. Woof. And I got to tell you, it was so nice to see Scotty Mayfield score tonight with his brother being in the Air Force and all that. That's to be able to do that. I can honestly say that if my brother played in the NHL and I was in the Air Force, which I was in the Air Force, and so was my brother for that matter in the Air Force as well, as was my dad and my mom. I guess all of us were in the Air Force. So now my nephew's in the Air Force. It goes on and on and on. But anyway, if I was in the Air Force, my brother was in the NHL, and my brother was a defenseman who didn't score very much and scored on military appreciation night, I mean, I would be big time impressed with him. For sure. And yeah, so kudos to Scotty. I keep saying Scotty's got some offense in him, man. He does. He definitely has some offense in him. And his defense is fantastic now, where times he was shaky. He's no longer shaky. He's just he's almost like a notch just down below Pellick there, but man, oh man, he has become a super solid defenseman for the New York Islanders. So I love seeing Scotty score in his second, and two really nice plays for assists on this. Barzell, who really made a nice little juke there to get the puck to Pelly, and then Pelly was getting pressured, and so he just kind of tip passed it over to he didn't hang on to it very long at all over to Mayfield, and then Scotty did the rest. And yeah, that was a beautiful goal. And then it picked up. Things started to pick up for the period for the Islanders, and we started looking a little bit better. But well, let's just hope that 7 minutes was just, it's part of that rust thing, right? Okay, it's been a while. What is this now? Oh, wow, we're playing 4 games now, holy, in a row without a big break. So, good thing it was Arizona, right? So I tell you, we've been getting lucky with the schedule. At least I think getting this rust off, but starting to look a lot better in this period. I thought as it went on, and then holy smokes, man, Austin Zarnik. I'm starting to think this guy. He doesn't have the sexy name, but I think he's just good enough to be on this team, like as a regular. I mean, wow, he impresses me every single time he's played this year, and that goal was all him, breaking it out of our end, and he did a little give and go there with Anders Lee, and as soon as he got the puck back on the give and go, he was gone like a bullet. And then we got them hemmed in the zone there. I love Lee's assist. Wasn't strong enough to tip the puck in the net, but it goes through his stick, so he gets an assist. After Bars made a nice play up top, or was it Pellick? I can't remember. But yeah, it was nice to see Zarnik. I tell you, he looks good. He looks good with them. That speed on that line is huge. And Zarnik's he's a smart hockey player. I think they were saying on the telecast there's chemistry between Barzell and Zarnik. You can see it, and you gotta like Zarnik. He just does whatever's asked of him. You know what? He's played on the fourth line this year. He's played on the third line as a center. He's now playing winger, and he's doing it on the first line. He ends up scoring a goal. So fantastic period by the well, not a fantastic. We're just ignoring the first 7 minutes here and then going from there. So good period for the Islanders. Did what they had to do, up to nothing. Now yeah, it's nice to see the number one line get both goals. So doing what number one line does or is supposed to do. So I love how it's in this little stretch here where we're starting to win. You can see now it's by committee, right? That's how it's happening right now. And it's the first line's turn tonight, and hopefully somebody else will join the club from one of the other lines, and we'll kick butt here tonight. I do think we got lucky that we didn't get Valimaki tonight instead of and getting Wedgwood, even though we've for some reason struggled against Wedgwood. I'm not sure why, but we have. But Valimaki, I mean, he's gotten bombed in Arizona games and that, but he's also won games single-handedly. Like I've seen a few of his games. Like that game he beat Toronto with 50 shots. He was, I mean, it was a one man show. So we kind of got lucky on the draw of the goaltenders too. So anyway, up 2-0. Let's take it to them in the second. See ya at intermission between the second and third. Take it easy. Ooh, well, Islanders lead the Coyotes 2-0 still after 2 periods of player 2 periods of play. Whew, what a snoozer. What a snoozer this game is. I guess for those folks who enjoy neutral zone play, this game is for you. There is literally nothing happening in this game. It just moved along another 20 minutes, I guess. That's kind of what happened. Oh man, that was Wallstrom's giveaway, and oh my god, both teams. Oh, it's terrible, terrible. Yeah, I really don't know what to say about this period. I really don't. We're still ahead by 2. So we killed off 20 minutes. So that's a positive sign. Going into the third period, though, the Coyotes are only one shot away from making this one of those nail biters that you don't really need to have. So it would probably be wise to come out in the third and pop a couple. Just, eh, team morale, stuff like that. There's a lot of things I've seen out there tonight. In the first period there, it cracked me up. Uh, Dobby and Chara were back there, and Dobby just beaver tailed his stick at Chara when he had the puck. It was like, give me that puck. Give me that puck. And sure enough, Chara just gave it to him, and away goes Dobby skating down the ice. I kind of cracked me up. It's like I don't even recognize this kid anymore. He's just playing on a whole different level. So that's nice to see. I guess Ilya's been good. I don't know. I think there was one really good save he had to make. I'm not sure. uh, I think there was one. Oh well, doesn't matter. He stopped all of them. What is it? 14 of them? No, 13. So we've got 14. Isn't that terrible? Oh no, it's the other way around. It's Coyotes 14. Us 13. So Ilya. Yeah, okay. I guess we'll see after the end of the game. Hopefully we get 2 points here and start marching our way up in the games over 500 category. So all right, let's not blow this, Islanders. See you after the end of the game. The New York Islanders beat the Arizona Coyotes 4-0 in what could have been at first described as a pretty dull game. The third period, the Islanders finally woke up, and the Islanders basically cruised to a 4-0 victory over Arizona. One thing about this game that was really nice, it's nice to have a game every once in a while that you can just kick back and calmly enjoy and watch the game, because the game was never in doubt. You knew the New York Islanders were going to be winning this game in the long run. So I enjoyed kicking back and just watching, and it was fun. It was a good third period. These are games that we have to win, and we won it. And you can't look down on it because it was the Arizona Coyotes, because anybody who follows my podcast, it just seemed like a short while ago we were talking, 5 games under 500, and kept talking about what our first goal had to be, was to get to 500. And nothing worse than getting to 500 and then losing the next game. So to take a step up now that we're 1 game over 500 is really big, because now we can start comparing the and believe me, it doesn't take long for that to switch. Like when a team is like 10 games over 10 games over 500 and you're behind them, it only takes them to lose 5 games and you to win 5 games. It only takes 5 games for that to change. That's how quick happen. It's so you just have to keep plugging away, and that's what the Islanders are doing. And they did what they had to do tonight. So a good third period by the Islanders, and now all of a sudden, one game over 500. Guess what? We're not in last place in the Metro. It has been a long time since we have not been in last place in the Metro. That is for sure. so so skipping tonight for the Islanders was two teams actually. Yeah, so all of a sudden being in eighth place for so long, and then all of a sudden in one night jumping over not one but two teams. So there goes. That was the next goal I set after we got 500 was to catch New Jersey or Philly, and it took us one game to do it. So there we go. So and now it's time to zero in on Columbus. Yes, yes. Let me see, what is Columbus's record there? Sorry, I need my eyes for this one. So yeah, Columbus is basically one game under 500 right now, and we're one game over 500. So that puts us as the best team. So now our short-term goals should just be tacking on wins to get over 500 and pursuing Columbus. And we're not that far behind them. We don't have a whole lot of games in on Columbus, but our winning percentage is better, and we're in pursuit. So Columbus, here we come. That's our next short-term goal. So yeah, great game by the Islanders. Moving up 2 spots. We're now 6 in the Metro. It's really nice to finally be out of the basement of the Metro. But boys, did what they had to do. Good job, Islanders. Excellent job for sure. All right, so let's talk about the players a little bit in this game. So first up will be Austin Zarnik. And this guy he continues to be Mr. Utility. If you had that one guy, like in baseball that could play second base, shortstop, and you can throw him in to play outfield and in a time of need could also catch, that's the sign of a good utility player. And so far, everything I've seen out of Austin Zarnik is awesome for team for the Islanders. I mean, we're lucky to have this guy. So the first line looked like a first line tonight, so that was fantastic. Austin has to be getting into the good books of Barry, like almost to the point, like how do you get this guy out of the lineup? I know there's some good names out there, like Bellows didn't play today, and that's a darn shame. But he was a little off last game. He wasn't what's the word I'm looking for? He didn't stick out as much as he normally does. So yeah, it's a shame somebody's got to, like I said earlier, I said, I know, like if you look at Bellows, the name Bellows and the name Zarnik, Bellows is the sexy name. Zarnik is not the sexy name, but I don't know how you can keep this guy out of the lineup. Every time he goes in there, he does something good for the Islanders. So fantastic game by him. So really pleased with what I saw tonight. Zach Parise, you know what? Same as he always does every game. The effort level is amazing. It's funny, sometimes I think that it's people, you try to tell somebody who's not an Islander fan, explain how Zach Parise's season's been. And they don't quite grasp it because, I'm talking about I'm in some fantasy pools and that, and guys just see numbers, right? So you can't explain it to them. But there was first 7 minutes of this hockey game, even though it wasn't bad, I thought Buffalo was taking it to us. And there was this one play with Parise. He came back checking so hard. It was going to be an open shot for the guy and a very good scoring chance, and possibly could have scored on that play. But he came back so hard. Not only did he stop the play, but he actually scooped the puck and started heading back the other way. It was amazing. And I thought to myself, well, you know what? What would happen if the game was 1-0 at that point for Arizona? Who knows? We'll never know, because Zach Parise with a great back check that nobody really, ever remembers or or sees. So yeah, great game by Zach. Uh, another I guess this was a good game for Bailey. Picked up a couple assists. The lob pass was a beauty. Love that one for sure. Uh, but you know what? He was still doing Josh Bailey things out there all game long. Like in the first period, we hadn't had a shot in first 7 minutes, and he's standing in the slot and he dumps the puck over the low corner boards where Anders Lee now gets the puck with two defensemen right in front of him, where Bailey really had nobody to deal with other than take a shot on net. And you know, he still does those things, but uh otherwise, you know, like that's just him, I guess. But otherwise, for his standards, a pretty good game. Picking up 2 assists, made a sweet little move. But it was funny because uh Brendan Burke goes, "Oh, Josh Bailey does everything but the finish." And I go, "Oh, you just summed up a 13-year career there, Brendan." But overall, good game for Bailey. Barzy was flying out there tonight. He wanted the puck big time, and I thought he got a little frustrated during the game because he wanted to score more points. You could tell, and that wasn't happening for him. But the whole line was clicking, and they got 2 goals. So once again, winning by committee. This is how normal teams win, with their first and second line getting 4 goals in a 4-0 win, right? And but next game, we need Wallstrom and Pajot and maybe one from Clutter. And you know what I mean? The win by committee kind of thing. So we're doing it very well right now. So yeah, Varzy had a pretty good game, I thought. And Cal Clutterbuck, once again, to me, he was the guy running the identity line again tonight. He was the firecracker. He was the better player of the three on the ice. And you know, Cal has really been playing with a purpose this year, and it's been fun to watch. He's been really good. He's the guy who gets everything going for that line right now, which used to be Casey, but somehow Cal's just taking it over, and it's great to see. Uh, Matt Martin had a pretty good game tonight. He was hit and got into his fight, and it was a pretty good fight. O'Brien and Martin, they kind of respected each other after that one. You know, they knew they were tired at the same time, said, "Yep, okay, we'll quit." But yeah, O'Brien, he likes to fight, and Matty, he does it when he needs to. So kind of did the guy a favor because we were winning 2-0 at the time. But that's the kind of guy Matty is. Like, guys helped him out when he was younger. So he'll help another guy out if he can. Beauvillier. Okay, you know what? This is one of those games where, okay, he did get an assist in it, but I was thinking even before he got that assist, which was on the fourth goal and that, but I was thinking, well, way before this would be one of those games where you would say, okay, Bo didn't produce the points tonight, but he was doing all the little things right. And he was. That's probably why he ended up getting the assist tonight, is because he was playing really well. He was really engaged. He was flying out there. So well earned assist by Bo. Thought he had an excellent game tonight. Anders Lee, unseen hero in tonight's game. A couple of times standing right in front of the net there, always causing problems. All of a sudden, the first line scores 2 goals with Anders parked in his office. One time, Lee gets an assist for it. The other time, you know, there's no way that goaltender saw anything where that puck went in on Mayfield's goal. No chance. No chance. Anders was just a brick right in front of him. The guy didn't have a hope. So, yeah, Anders had a pretty good game tonight. Brock Nelson, once again, I could say the same thing about Nelly that I said about Bo. If he hadn't scored the 2 goals in the third period, I thought he was really, it seemed like he had shaken the rust. He looked sharp out there tonight, and he looked fast, and he looked like he had to jump that level that I was talking about that he wasn't quite at yet. He seemed to get that back. And then he just does what he does best for us. he's basically been our best scorer for the last 2, 3 years on the New York Islanders. It's weird to think of Brock in terms like that, but he really has been. He's our go-to guy when we need a goal. So Brock coming up with 2 big goals. I know one was in an unusual way, but that's what happens when you go to the dirty areas. So great job. So Brock Nelson scoring from Bailey and Pellick, getting an assist as well on that one. So that'll bring Pellick up to 2 points for the night. So a good night for Pelly. He's been racking up the assists lately. You know, the guy, once he found out he was an all-star, away he went. So yeah, he's feeling it for sure right now. So yeah, that was the one that Bailey lofted out, and Pellick got the breakout pass to Bailey. So another good job by Pellick and Bailey getting those assists there. And then on Brock's second, where he slides into the net safe at second, is Bo getting rewarded because he threw the puck at the net, or he was trying to get it at Nelson, but he still threw the puck at the net, and there wasn't anything left over. And Bailey picks up another second assist on the goal. So either way, great job by the Islanders scoring 4 goals tonight and giving up none. That's always good for the plus minus on your stats for sure. Let's see. Oliver Wallstrom, I thought he had moments. I thought he had moments, not his dominating self. But then once again, this is where it turns out that it was the first and second line's turn tonight. Tomorrow night against Toronto, it could be Wally, and probably will be Wally. I have a lot of faith in Wally to come back. And I thought him and Pager were once again great chemistry. I thought Pager was a little engaged tonight. It looks like the old Pager's coming back. He got robbed on one where he's in front of the net there, but yeah, it's starting to look like the Pager that we all know. So I'm expecting big things out of Wallstrom and Pager tomorrow night. So let's see. So we talked about Anders and Brock and Pager. I guess that leaves Casey Cizikas. Kind of got a little bit injured at the end of the game, but I was watching him in the goaltender lineup, giving the hugs, and he looked fine to me. And it looks like Barry just shut him down since we got to play Toronto tomorrow night when we'll really need him, because we need to hit Toronto. That's how you beat Toronto, is hit them. So yeah. All right, so let's go to the defenseman. Wow, Robin Salo. I think that was probably his best game as an Islander tonight. Oh, just loved what I saw out of Robin tonight. The kid loves to shoot. It's so. I feel so lucky to have this guy on our team now. He is so composed. I love his composure. He can skate fast. He can shoot well. He's constantly getting the puck to the net. He makes up a little defensive gaff here and there, but overall he's smooth. He's smooth, and he's gonna be a beaut. He's gonna be a beaut. So yeah, I think Robin Salo's best game as an Islander tonight, even though he didn't score. So I thought it was really that good. And the same with Adam. Well, not the same with, but Adam Pellick. Same old. Great game by Pelly, and picks up another couple assists. I told you, Mayfield and Pelly, they've got that offense in there if they want to do it. And like I'm loving it. There's Pellick behind the net. And I'm like, yeah, I love it, Pelly. Go behind the net. That was fantastic. I love seeing Pelly down that deep, and Scotty. He's taking his moments and he's running with them, and Salo's shooting the puck from everywhere, and Big Z's kind of hanging on. It was probably not really bad, but it was probably 2 games in a row where Chara hasn't really been at what he had been playing like. So it's hard to get mad at anybody defensively tonight when you pitch a shutout and only give up 17 shots on goal. So it's hard to say anything really bad about anybody on the decor. And Andy Green, once again, the same thing I always say: solid, almost invisible, because he's so good. He doesn't do anything bad, so you don't notice him. So and Scotty with his game looked fantastic tonight. So decor once again were superb. Ilya, didn't really need you tonight. I think in my recollection, maybe one, maybe two might have been a quality scoring, like a really quality scoring area, and nothing tough to do. So great job by Ilya. And he wasn't giving up the rebounds and stuff like that. So good job by him. 4 shutout of the season. So that's good to see. It's nice to keep that little bit of a rivalry going, with the Shesterkin and Sorokin rivalry going. I kind of like that. The worst part about it is I don't hate I don't hate Shesterkin like I hated Lundqvist. So it's I guess it makes it easier for watching the rivalry, but yeah, I don't really have that big hate for Shesterkin yet. But you know what? The Islanders and Rangers need to play a playoff series because, I'm thinking of my rivals or our rivals, and all I think is Washington, Pittsburgh, occasionally Philly. It's Rangers are the last team I think of, and that's a darn shame. It needs to start happening again. So yeah, let's keep the that rivalry. Let's blow a little wind on the fire, stoke that fire, get her going, and see who comes on top. I got a feeling both teams are going to come out on top. So that's what's going to make it such an interesting rivalry between the two. So overall, what can you say? It was also great to see Lane Lambert back. I call Lane Lambert Secret Service Lane Lambert because the slick back hair and the good high quality suits, looking sharp, and always talking into his wrist. And I just go, oh, there goes Secret Service Lane. He's up to something with somebody above. Is he calling in the chopper? Anyway, good news for the Honors. We go up one game over 500. Things are looking good. It'd be really nice to pull one off against Toronto. It's going to be our biggest, stiffest competition since we've kind of got going again. We've got a few games to wipe off the rust. Might not be fully there, but we might be. You don't know. We'll find out tomorrow. It'd be real nice to beat the Leafs. I think we'd all enjoy that one. So until tomorrow night, you guys take her easy and peace out.